Some of the most storied battles in Republic history have come against the Galaxy 2. Tonight, these two go head-to-head for the 26th time, and we can likely expect another thrilling match brought to you by Save Our Water tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Rob McAllister. Joining me in the booth, not only Adam Moffat, as usual, but we're happy to bring in the all-time Republic leading scorer in Cameron Iwasa for this three-man booth. Well, what a week it was. Sacramento first taking down conference best San Antonio, and then handing Detroit its first home loss on the year. Cam, I'll start with you, the new guy. What has been going well in Sacramento's scoring touch?
For me, it's the multiple ways that they can get to goal. The San Antonio game, you look at it, they generate a goal from a set piece. And then last week against Detroit, it's a good build-up and a strike from distance, and then a great counterattack to put them away in the end.
Defensively as well, keeping it solid. The three at the back, they do not give many opportunities away. The Galaxy are a bit erratic, score a lot of goals, give away a lot. It's going to be a real good matchup.
Well, we've had some incredible matchups over the years. We expect nothing less tonight. It's Galaxy 2, it's Republic, and it's coming up next.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
This is the look of a little girl with big dreams, but only one last hope. A girl whose organs were shutting down as she was growing up. A girl who finally found her spotlight when she found her specialist. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy. This is the look of a woman who fought cancer for years with no answers. A woman who bravely championed her own health and found a doctor who'd do the same. A woman whose ending was rewritten when she found remission. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
Welcome back to Heart Health Park, Sacramento, California. Galaxy 2, Republic going head-to-head in this USL Championship matchup. Let's take a look here at our Western Health Advantage players to watch. And Cameron Iwasa, we begin with one of the most dominant strikers, in Sacramento. We'll go to Adam Moffat first for this. Luther Archimet has really started to come up as late, getting good minutes here, Adam. What can you do tonight?
Great opportunity tonight for Luther to lead that line up top. 2 assists, 1 goal on the season. He'll definitely look to add that tonight. He's a big physical presence. So if he's not scoring goals, he's maybe creating.
Has a couple assists on the season as well. He'll be called on to do the dirty work up top. Meanwhile, one of the younger, brighter stars dominating so far has had a great week. Preston Judd, 23-year-old out of Las Vegas.
Yeah, the guy's a beast. A nightmare for back lines. He's gonna bully people. He's gonna look to run in behind. He's a big physical presence, and he's coming off a hat trick. So he's coming in with a ton of confidence, and it's gonna be a tall task to stop him tonight. 7 goals on the season. Desmond, Donovan, and Casey. It's going to be a big night for them to try to slow down yet another top striker. They've had great success so far in the last couple of months. Can they continue that here tonight against the Galaxy 2? Here is our starting 11 for Sacramento. Los Rios Community College District bringing us our starting 11. Republic staying in that back 3, but with a beautiful kit here tonight of the alternate City of Trees kit. But how about this? The youngster, Rafa Hadigi, getting the start tonight, Cam. Yeah, it's great to see Rafa get some run. got to build his confidence. He's so talented. He just needs to take his chances.
Meanwhile, for Galaxy 2, we talked about Judd, but 2 players on the wings, Remy Cabral and Hamza Berry, 2 players that also can be very dangerous in this attack, and another back 3 for LA, which has recently gone to this new formation, Adam.
Yeah, dangerous. Those 3 up top, as you mentioned, Cabral, Judd, and Barry. Keep an eye on them. It's going to be a fun one kicking off right now.
74 degrees, a slight breeze headed to the north end of the field. It's LA in the road whites and Republic in the alternate black kits with the city of trees along the side. The head coach, Johan Damet, for LX Galaxy 2. In his first season, Damet trying to get this team rolling forward. They've got 21 points on the year. Sacramento with 22. And here we go from Heart Health Park. Malik Foster getting the start tonight. We saw how dangerous he can be in preseason, scores a goal. Unfortunately, as you know, Cameron has dealt with some injuries throughout his year. What can he bring tonight alongside Luther Archimet?
Yeah, he's had a tough run ever since getting to the Republic. Coming in last year, it took him a while to get on the field, but when he's out there, he's a ton of energy. He brings a spark, and it's something that this team can really use, somebody to, you know, get in behind and change the pace.
This LA Galaxy 2 side, they have been able to score quite a few goals in their matches. However, they also give up quite a few, a -7 goal differential through 16 matches this year. But they've had some big wins, and of course they've had some key losses. A big one though, however, on Wednesday night, a 3-2 win over Monterey Bay. Preston Judd with that hat trick, 2 goals in first 11 minutes. It seems this to be their MO, Adam. How do you slow them down early?
They'll come at you. As you see right now, they're possessing that ball. They're playing that 4 at the back. We were wondering if they're going to go 3-4-3 or 4-3-3. It looks like they're going with a flat back 4. But just look for the movement up top. Again, Preston Judd involved, Cabral, and Barry on the other side. So keep an eye on them.
It's the 26th meeting between these two sides, 11-7-7 overall. Sacramento in favor there. However, I have to ask you two Republic legends here. It's 4-5-4 here at Heart Health Park. Dominant down in Carson, 7-2-3 overall. What's going on? Why has LA been able to put up some wins and maybe a few draws here?
It's hard to say. Obviously, this place has always been a fortress for us for the most part. And for whatever reason, LA, I think they probably come in super hyped up. Obviously, our crowd brings a ton of energy, and I think unfortunately, these guys don't play in front of a lot of fans when they're at home. So maybe when they get here, it gives them another level, a little more energy to come out and try to do something.
Playing against LA, is there a different feeling to these matches?
Yeah, I mean, you know, dating back to that, you know, that initial opening year in 2014, I think the bar was set for a bit of a rivalry. Obviously, the miracle game with Roro, and you know that great comeback, and it set the stage for, you know, a few years, and that definitely still lingers.
I don't know the stats, but I don't think I lost a game here against the Galaxy.
I'm sure we can.
We don't need to look at that. Sorry, we don't need to look that up. But there's always something as a player coming in here. There always was that little bit of history involved with that game, so I added a little bit of an edge. And obviously, with the midweek game coming up against the first team, might be an added little bit. Can we do the double here for the Republic?
Liam Doyle wearing the captain's armband for this Galaxy 2 side. Here comes Lamb, the 21-year-old out of Santa Barbara. And Matt LaGrassa, along with Luis Felipe this year, have been stellar in those holding mid roles. But here's Nick Ross tonight working alongside LaGrassa. Good to see Nick Ross. He's dealt with some injuries so far this year, Adam. But he's a guy that has a little bit of offensive attack into him, maybe that help distribute and get to the balls to Archimed, someone like Malik Foster, even Rafa.
Yeah, he's a really good two-way midfielder, Nick Ross. We haven't seen the best of him yet. He'll continue to grow into that. It's not going to be easy for Mark Briggs picking starting midfielders, but Nick Ross will cherish every moment he gets on the field tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good problem for Mark to have, right? Having depth and having some choices to make.
Speaking of one of those choices, how about Ferdy Sosa, 31-year-old, had a brilliant start to this 2022 season. Now getting the start tonight as a big match looms on Tuesday in the U.S. Open Cup against the first team in LA Galaxy. Look at Rafa right through the legs. Here goes Luke Lacroix, got incredible pace. Into the channel he comes. Archimed to his left, will have to get back on side. Flag goes up, unable to do so. But a good build-up and attack in Republic. Nice on the counter already, Kim.
Great to see Rafa get that first touch and be positive. The nutmeg was cheeky, getting on the turn there, and then hitting Duke in behind. That's what you want to see. You want to see him play with confidence and make something happen.
And on the Galaxy side, we thought maybe Barry and Cabral would start a little bit higher, but it looks like they're in the midfield.
Here's Malik Foster. Here's a shot from distance. Into the stands it goes, but aggressive. We've seen this team become much more aggressive in the last couple of weeks, taking chances not only 8-10 feet out, but now we're looking 20-30 yards out.
Yeah, it was a good effort by Malik Foster, winning the ball, driving with it. He's looking for his options there. Why not take a crack early as a striker? Cam, I'm sure that's something you worked on as you played, getting a shot on goal early.
Absolutely. Test the keeper early and often. You'd like to see him put it on goal, but having a strike, being aggressive, that's what you want to see. Come out and get your feet underneath you and get yourself in the game.
Malik Foster, game-winning goal against New York Red Bulls 2 on the road on a Mother's Day match.
My thing as a defensive midfielder was getting a tackle in early. Can I win a ball early? It was never good when I mistimed that and get a yellow card in the first 10 minutes. But, each player has that. A goalkeeper, come and collect the ball. Defender, winning ahead or whatever it might be. But good to see Malik there being nice and direct.
Well, you would have fit in nicely with this Galaxy 2 team this year. 51 yellow cards. They lead the league right now. And because of yellow card, no Rodrigo Lopez tonight. He picked up his 8th in a 1-game suspension after a delay. Ball comes in. Out comes Lee Desmond with the step, and Matt LaGrassa looks to turn. We talked about maybe Rodrigo Lopez picking up that yellow card because it was going to be limited minutes for him tonight anyway with U.S. Open Cup match down in Carson on Tuesday. So as he was being subbed out, decided to roll the socks down, play the shin pads, and there you go. Handed a yellow as he was coming out. So a bit of a chuckle with Mark Briggs along the sideline, but a good arrest for him. Get him ready for Tuesday. But that's why Rodrigo Lopez not in your starting 11 tonight.
Yeah, I think it was probably a strategic play for him. The guy's getting old.
It's only 35,
no, just kidding.
man.
But it's going to be interesting to see how the team responds. Obviously without their captain, the guy who pulls the strings, giving, like you said, giving Nick Ross a chance in the midfield, somebody else to be the playmaker maybe a little bit. Maybe LaGrassa gets to get forward a little bit more and see what he can do. So it'll be interesting to watch tonight for sure.
So Lee Desmond wearing the captain's armband with Roro out. And we saw a lot more Luis Felipe and Matt LaGrassa in that final third against Detroit. That high press started by Keko and Roro. Fantastic performance last week against 2 top clubs as the fouls drawn along the touchline. How impressed were you in that attack up early, that press from Sacramento that we saw against Detroit?
Yeah, it was really good. Keko, Roro, winning the ball high. You win the ball up there, you're closer to the goal already. And Keko is so unassuming. He doesn't look the fastest, the strongest, but he's got a way, he's kind of wiry, gets his body in there. It's definitely a big loss tonight in terms of this, but in terms of looking ahead to Tuesday, not one to overlook tonight. That chemistry continually building is a positive for this club.
And it looks like we may have an issue with Malik Foster's equipment, so he'll go to the touchline there and get situated. So men down to 10 minutes, I should say, here for Sacramento. Hey, Republic fans, want to listen to the game in Spanish? Click the SAP button to hear the broadcast in Espanol. Laid down, Cabral curling this ball and looking for Preston Judd. And back to Connor Donovan. Misstep, flying forward. Here comes Josh Drack, very dangerous player. And Nick Ross, the savvy veteran, able to break this ball up deep in the final third. we've got the new City of Trees kits. I know, Cam, you've been around where a lot of alternate kits throughout the years. Nice tree roots, or excuse me, not the roots, the rings. Sort of the rings or the bark maybe around the waist there. And what do you think of the new kits here?
I think it's cool.
Here's a build-up opportunity here for Los Angeles, dumping this ball off, shot, hits the top bar, comes right back, and Preston Judd will try to give it another look. And a big break for Sacramento as that ball not able to find the net for Los Angeles Galaxy 2.
Oh, what a great hit that was. It was Cabral. He knows exactly where he wants to put that ball in that far corner. Fortunately for Republic, Carlos Saldana takes a bounce, and you see just from the replay, the bounce just wrong side of the line if you're a Galaxy fan.
And you see exactly why this team is so dangerous. One moment they hit you on the attack right there, and I mean an unbelievable chance, and Republic are lucky to still be 0-0.
So the wood grain pattern along that side there, forest green, beautiful kits. Sometimes it's 100 degrees these summer days. Not tonight. Beautiful weather to debut the new kits. Here's Malik Foster sending this ball in. Luther Archimed up in the air. And I'm going to get a turn on it, but Ferdy Sosa not done quite yet. We'll switch the field to Duke Lacroix. Lacroix, quick tack. To the foot of Casey. Verity lets it through. The foot race with Drac. So we got cut off. So what do you guys think of the new kits?
Yeah, I think it's really cool. One of my favorite kits over the years was the black kit they did for the 5-year anniversary. And I believe that's the only black kit that there's been so far. And so to get another one, I think it's really cool. The touch of green looks cool, and it's a nod to that slogan on the water tower off of I-5.
City of Trees. Well, it used to be. Now it says the
Oh,
Fargo capital Archimed is offside. But if you want one, all you have to do is go to the Republic website, shop.sacrepublicfc.com. And these will be displayed throughout 2022 season here. Some of these teams we've seen MLS and the like go way off brand, completely different color. You a fan of that? Republic have stayed fairly true. We've had the blue the one year, but other than that, it's been fairly simple.
But even the blue apparently had something to do. It was like, you know, you see like the Kings do the City Edition jersey that's blue.
City
so
edition,
there's something, I don't know why it's blue, but there's something to do with the blue. So that's still on brand a little bit. You know, when the teams are doing like an orange jersey when their colors are black and white, that doesn't really make sense to me.
You can probably always find a connection, right?
Yeah,
the sun's orange in the summer here.
Yeah, right.
Well, the blue, yeah, we have a lake somewhere. River. There you go. This is where Republic, you got to get some pressure on the midfielders. We've got to talk to Luther Archimed, Rafa Harrigan in front of them. Because if they don't, this is where the Galaxy can break through, get into that final third.
Very fine in the middle. Gonzalez looking for an edge and closing in as Nick Ross. Can Sacramento now counter, trying to take advantage, and Archimed lets it through. So when you look at the lineup here for Sacramento, some of these guys have had some minutes this year, but a lot of them not playing together in real meaningful games. How long does it take throughout maybe a game to start that comfortability, to understand where one player is going up and one player may be staying back?
Yeah, there's definitely a feeling out period, especially for the guys that haven't been on the field. Obviously, this back three has got some chemistry at this point. They've strung a bunch of games together. But for Souza, you know, coming in after not playing for a few matches, you know, there's just a little bit of a momentum. There's a feeling out period for him for sure, and it's the same with the guys on the wing. You know, Malik and Rafa haven't gotten a lot of chances to play, and so for the midfielders, you know, Lala and Nick Ross, you know, getting those guys, you know, shifting across with them and everything, that's crucial. And sometimes it does take a minute.
We've got eyes on Dan Casey here, who's looked like to be okay, but off camera in the middle of the park, you saw Malik Foster Archimed and Matt LaGrassa. Matt LaGrassa giving them directions. What's he telling them in this situation, Cam?
And probably exactly what we were just talking about. You know, you go through a spell there where LA is comfortably keeping the ball, and while it's okay for them to have the ball, you don't want it to be that easy. So you got to be able to shift and at least get in a position to where if they do take that bad touch, if they do start to drive a little bit, you can get some pressure. You don't have to obviously go on every single pass, but you have to be in a position to where when that moment presents itself, that somebody can get out and get some real pressure.
So after the injury stoppage, we'll restart here. LA with the best look so far. A couple of moments ago, Remy Cabral unable to sneak it past Carlos Saldana, who's getting his 5th start in USL action this year. Played back to Davila. Here comes that pressure from LaGrassa. Over the top it goes, in some space, trying to find a Picasso. Lee Desmond shielding, and this will be a goal kick for Saldana. Well, celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select is proud to officially be the match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with at selectsportamerica.com. Select, league's choice, player's choice. Beautiful 74-degree evening here in the capital of California. Ricochets right back. Good chance here again. Cabral trying to get in on goal. Hits another one off the crossbar. Unbelievable. 2 times in a row. And Sacramento is able to escape once again. Not sure if I've ever seen that by 2 times in one half where a player is unable to convert and hits the crossbar twice.
Once again, Remy Cabral breaks through. And you think Duke Lacroix does enough, you put some pressure on him, but good strike, beats the goalkeeper, does not beat the crossbar once more. Cam, you've had that happen to you a few times, I can imagine.
Yeah, that's brutal. I mean, it's frustrating. He's done well both times. I mean, inches away from 2 goals, but I think, as you said, I think that little bump from Duke did just enough to put him off and maybe save the goal.
Here's Malik and company flying forward into the attack. It comes Malik down low, looking for Rafa. And a good idea, and LA able to break it up.
And for anyone who watched maybe the LA Galaxy first team game today, they might have seen a Cabral playing there. It's a different Cabral. His twin brother plays for the first team, so he did get some action earlier today for them, and someone we may see on Tuesday night as well.
A 1-1 draw with Portland, and coming out of that game, head coach Greg Ronning saying, look, asked how his team performed that first half. He said, looked like we had 3 weeks off and we put both our boots on the wrong feet. So if that's the kind of start that we saw today by LA Galaxy, I don't think we'll have any complaints. We see that Tuesday night in the US Open Cup.
Yeah, you gotta hope there's still a little bit of rust. It's tough once again.
Ball played through, looking for Preston Judd. Got his hands full. Out comes Saldana. Lee Desmond trying to bump off Preston Judd. 7 goals on the season, and so many times he's been able to sneak past the back 3. And if you look over the last month, Adam, we have not seen this Republic side be tested quite like this in the back. These 2 formal strikers in Cabral and Judd already making things difficult.
Yeah, Cabral, Judd, and that was Barry slipping that ball through as well. Those 3, just keep an eye on them. And what they're doing really well at Galaxy is they're picking up those spots right between Matt LaGrassa and the back 3. Just getting someone dropping into those holes. And Cam, you played that position a lot as, you know, most people think of you as a 9, a striker, but you also had a lot of success when we played together playing in that 10, kind of dropping in between. What makes that position so hard?
I mean, the key is exactly what you just said, trying to find those pockets of space off of someone's shoulders. So, you know, the entry pass, it beats players without you even having to do anything. Your starting position is so crucial there. And as you said, these guys for LA have been getting themselves in really good spots, and credit to the back line and the holding midfielders for getting those balls into those gaps.
Sacramento dominant at home so far this year. Not a single blemish, as a heavy challenge coming But this Republic team, along with Pittsburgh, the only two undefeated at home here in 2022, as Verdi Souza comes in hard against Cabral. So 10 straight across all competitions without a loss now. It's the second most. All time was 12 back in 2014. From March 5th until September 9th, Republic had not lost a match at home.
That's something Mark Briggs spoke about, and since he took over this job, he wants to make this place a fortress. He wants teams to come here and not get anything. A couple of ties this year, no losses so far at home for this team, but it's such a massive improvement. I think for yourself, Cam, myself, I don't think when we played we made this place enough of a fortress. This year seems to be something's been triggered in these players, and they're making it a really tough place to come and play.
LaGrassa down with the challenge heavy, and a collision between Davila and Casey. LA able to win the ball back, but Sacramento starting to add a bit of physicality to this here as this ball's played to the central part of the field, and a tackle, just more of a run. Down come Luther Archimed. As Campbell will restart. You look at this Galaxy 2 team, they've fallen to Oakland roots. They've beaten Louisville City, however, 4-3. And they've lost to El Paso 4-0. So it's hard to know what you're going to get each and every night. But we know this, there's some attacking players that are quite dangerous. And Preston Judd just going right down the spine and is upset with the pass.
But yeah, I think the variance on their results has to do with the style of play. They're a very risk-reward team. They're going to create a lot of chances, but they're also going to give up a lot of chances. So for the Republic tonight, it's all about limiting those counterattacks and then taking advantage of them when they come our way.
The reason Sacramento built a much deeper team, more veterans this year than what you had last year, maybe, Cameron. A lot of more younger guys, academy players are getting time, as they wanted to be able to make a good run in US Open Cup, have some depth for teams like this in LA when you have a couple of matches in 1 week, and you see the quality of players out there tonight. And all of these guys, Mark said, have a chance to start and be in the 18 each and every week. So he does not see this as a throwaway game, but one that he believes they should win. You played with Rafa for a couple of years. You've seen him in training. We're starting to see more of him. What makes him so special, just 18 years of age? We've seen some real bright spots coming from him.
Yeah, I've been around him since he was 15, and I mean, the talent jumps off the page. Someone, you know, coming in at 15, being able to hang with the first team when he first started, it was really impressive. But the thing for me that stands out about it is the kid works hard. I mean, he really wants to be great. He was always asking questions. He was always wanting to get in extra work, get extra shots. You know, and I think that's really what it takes. I mean, talent is great, but if you don't have the work ethic, if you're not willing to grind, you're not going to go anywhere. And so I think the kid has an unbelievably bright future, and I'm excited to see him get some minutes tonight, and hopefully we see something special.
Lee Desmond a couple of weeks ago has just had nothing but high praise to say, this kid is good. I mean, this is a guy who's English Premier League, has won titles, and he has been in awe of this young player. And so coming from Sacramento, you know, made 5 appearances last year, but really this year almost with a game-winning goal in New York against the Red Bulls too. And an opportunity now in the midfield in an important role with Rodrigo Lopez out on a 1-game suspension.
I think what we've seen from Rafa is this play materializes.
Foster is pushed down, and will we see a bit more?
Our referee's not having it.
Yeah. And Mark Allerton is not going to give an inch.
Again, another look at that one. I think a little bit of contact. I think it was Campbell coming through the back, and you see them giving. You hear the fans, they definitely wanted that given. But just going back to Rafa, I think the best performances we've seen from him are coming on as a substitute. The reason being, there's not as much pressure. Now, if he can come out tonight, get the start, that's when Mark Briggs really considers, oh, maybe I can play him even more minutes. You know, maybe he can really be a starter when the team's doing well. And that's just something you just gain it with experience. He's only 18. Every minute is vital. But it's, can he make a huge impact as a starter? That's what we want to see from him.
Well, Cam, in your first year under Preki, you came off the bench quite a bit and really started to kind of made the outbreak season really start to come maybe in 2016. So what's it like as you're trying to pick up tidbits, trying to break through, and you were into the 18, but not a lot of times were you starting, and you finally able to get there. But what's that road like?
It's exactly what Adam said. It's all about getting the reps, getting the experience, and it just comes with time. And with Rafa in particular, it's one of those things that I think once he gets that first assist, once he gets that first goal, I think the floodgates are really going to open because he's going to have that confidence that he can get it done.
Lamb overcommitting there. Duke Lacroix trying to cut down the edge, and Picasso is there. The battle still ensuing, and the crowd doesn't like either does Duke Lacroix, but it will be awarded to LA here. 25 minutes in, no score from either side. Two great looks from Remy Cabral. But both tapping the crossbar, and so no goals awarded for LA. We'll start your Saturday with another USL on ESPN matinee when Hartford welcomes Louisville City to the Nutmeg State. Don't miss the action Saturday, June 25th, 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN, powered by Hisense.
The Nutmeg State? Was that?
That's what it says.
Wow. People putting soccer balls through people's legs there?
I thought it was like the Bourbon State. It would make a lot more sense in Kentucky.
Well, I think they're going to Connecticut.
Oh, you're right. They welcoming. Louisville's not the other way. Well, they should still go to Kentucky. It sounds a lot more fun.
You know what? I just realized nutmeg, the spice.
Yes, not what you're thinking of. Look at this ball
knew that,
from Malik Foster.
Big, out in Connecticut. Nutmeg spice lattes, is that a thing out there?
Ooh.
Hey, I'm locked in on a soccer game. I'm thinking all things soccer right now.
It was the 9th game in USL today, and the last Phoenix falling to Loudoun 4-3. Adam Rising may not make the playoffs the way things are going for this Phoenix side.
Yeah, definitely. They're not living up to their name right now. They're going the opposite way of Rising, and that's a good ball in behind by Matt Lagrassa, looking for Ferry Sosa on the right-hand side. We haven't seen this from Phoenix in I don't know how many years.
Arizona United, I think.
Yeah, maybe that was, yeah. It makes it a lot more interesting in the West. And your prediction, Rob?
I know, I'm brilliant. Hey, in Oakland, again, they might draw. So this is just a wacky start to this year. Ball to the top, Duke's onside. Flag comes up late as Republic building another attack. Momentum seems to have shifted here, fellas.
Yeah, I think, Republic have settled in a little bit. They've created a couple of good spells of possession and starting to exploit that space in behind, getting Duke in behind, getting Malik in behind. I think that's where we can have success and getting them turned around. The center backs they're good when they got everything in front of them, but when they have to turn and defend, that's when you can start to create some chances.
Yeah, and both those opportunities come from the midfielders getting a little bit of time and space on the ball. Matt Lagrassa looking in behind for Ferry Sosa, and then you saw Nick Ross there with the left foot trying to find Duke Lacroix. So if they can move that ball around quickly, find that open guy in the middle, that's when you can look for those runners in behind.
Yeah, it's the same that we talked about where LA was having success. Republic can have success in the same spots. It's it's a little bit different as we don't have the high attacking midfielder, but when you can get Duke or Rafa or Malik popping inside into those pockets, it's the same effect.
Last time these two teams met up, it was October 13th, a 1-1 draw for Mella. And an assist by Cameron Nwasa in that match. As Casey and Sosa pinning into the corner. Sosa along the touchline. Adrian Gonzalez and Sosa getting tangled up along that left side.
Do you remember that assist, Cam?
I'm going through my head right now. To be honest with you,
had so many, right?
No, it's hard for me to remember
Actually,
much
Cam,
other than that last game that I played.
Yeah, Cam has the all-time assists, I think, here in Sacramento, or at least is one of the top.
I think Roro has it, doesn't he?
No, Roro's 5 behind you. He's on your heels, though.
Oh, wow. Well, that's not going to last very long.
Where am I on that list? Keep going. How many pages do you have there?
I mean, what about yellow cards? Can we?
Yeah, we'll get that up
list?
per minute. I'm right up there. It is. Is that something people ask you, Cam? Like, do you remember every goal you scored?
I get it every once in a while. I'd say I remember most of my goals. I guess the assists I don't remember as much because I wasn't the one that
getting
put
all the glory.
Yeah.
There's no backflips in those ones. Starting with this match against LA Galaxy 2, Sacramento area students can take advantage of exclusive ticket offer, the College Student Pass, providing discounted access to Republic FC home matches all summer long. Tickets starting at $10. That's 50% off sacrepublicfc.com/tickets. Cabral in the middle, he's been active. LaGrassa coming with Davila. Davila able to maintain possession. Plays to Cabral again. Give credit to Los Dos tonight. They have done a fantastic job of holding on to possession and recycling back. Picasso. Great job by Connor Donovan. Ball still bouncing around. Maybe a little too much for Mark Briggs' liking. Barry. And wow, what a difference it made when Connor Donovan got healthy and Mark Briggs decided to go to that back three with Desmond, Donovan, and Casey. They have been simply brilliant. 2 goals in their last 8 matches. 6 shutouts during that time.
Yeah, it's going to get you a lot of points. I mean, obviously, you got to score goals to win games, but if the other team can't score, you're going to stack up a lot of points that way. And it takes a lot of pressure off the offense. When the defense is leaking goals, it definitely puts a lot on the strikers and the midfielders and wingers' shoulders. And going into a game, if hey, if we get 1 goal, we got a great chance of winning the game. It's a great place to be.
Although the best defender tonight's been Crossbar so far. He's been brilliant. Keep him in the game.
Saldana with 9 saves on the season. Sosa going to play this ball up over the top, looking for Archibald. Archibald coming together with Campbell. Archibald, can he bring it down? Campbell able to turn. Bit soft there. We'll learn from the best this summer at the Republic FC Summer Camps and Clinics presented by Rayleigh's. With 10 camps across the region, there's something for every kid. Take home a shirt, a ball, even a free ticket to an upcoming match. Camps and clinics. So this is a team that we have said will allow you some opportunities. They've come into this game now 3rd most in USL Championship with goals allowed at 30. So there will be opportunities had throughout the night. However, offensively, they've looked really good in this attack. Cabral, maybe the best on the field so far in this 33 minutes. Doyle made 13 appearances for San Antonio last year. Just spent some time in Memphis and now is anchoring this back three for Johan Demay's LA Galaxy 2 side.
So right here, Cabral once again picking up that spot. Republic playing Nick Ross, Matt LaGrassa in the middle. That's a foul. Barry coming through the back of Ross. Just with LaGrassa and Nick Ross playing in the middle, when you have the 3, you have Davila, Cabral, and Barry for the Galaxy. So they're outnumbered, so they need that help from Archibald, because if he doesn't put that pressure on Davila on the ball, one of those guys steps up, that's where Cabral's getting that space, and he's able to pick those little those little holes and get turned. And just something communication. Cam, you as a striker, you know, yes, you scored loads of goals, but I think one of your strengths as well was the defensive part of it, side of it. How big's that as a striker?
Oh. Gonzalez gonna whip this ball in, back post, looking for an opportunity, headed away again by Lee Desmond as Picasso was crashing. Right back comes Lamb and this Galaxy 2 team. We talk about defending, here's Archibald having to make some of those runs, put pressure on this back line.
Yeah, to your point, I mean, defending as a striker, the #1 thing is just having the willingness to do it. And I don't think anyone would ever accuse Luther of not having the willingness to do the work. I mean, he definitely works hard up there and is doing his best. I think it comes down to the communication, especially in a scenario like this where he's getting caught in between sometimes. He wants to go to Doyle, the center back, but also at times he's being asked to drop in with Davila. So, you know, that communication, we can help him out a little bit, the midfield, and as we said earlier, having the wingers tuck in.
Well, LaGrassa maybe forcing this turnover here. Is Dan Casey looking for an option. Nick Ross, good to see him back on the field and healthy. And have an update for you guys. So Roro is actually 3 away from the all-time assists, where Cameron Iwasa has 20 in his career in a Republic uniform.
Well, I played a lot more seasons in that uniform than Roro did.
Ball played into some space. Here comes Los Dos into the 18, charging forward, across the face of goal, and it sails away. Preston Judd waiting for it on that back post, and again, Los Angeles has taken a good crack at Carlos Saldana, but unable to convert.
Gonzalez breaking down that left-hand side. I think he is looking to cross this one. But almost look for a second there as if it's going to drift right into that far top corner. Good break down the left-hand side by the Galaxy, and Saldana's happy to see that one flash across his goal.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself, but you just see it time and time again. The Galaxy, every once in a while, it seems like they got nothing. If they got nothing, and then just one little moment, bam, they're in behind and creating legitimate chances. So it's going to be important that Republic are always staying on their toes and making sure that there isn't one little moment that ends up costing them.
Archibald trying to play that back, and we'll go to Los Angeles. As the officials say, last touch by Malik Foster as Lamb will throw. SMUD has been powering our community for more than 70 years and has made the commitment to eliminate carbon emissions by 2030. Join the charge for a clean power city at cleanpowercity.org. Dan Casey all the way up in this final third, putting the pressure on. Sacramento trying to create some chances. Shot by Malik Foster early on. Republic have been a bit of drought of good looks so far here in this first half against Los Dos.
I don't think either team has a shot on target yet. I know the Galaxy have hit the crossbar twice, but it doesn't count as a shot on target. Rob, you know that?
Yeah, tough for the stats.
Yeah, it's tough on the stats. Real tough on the stats.
Another offside. 3 offsides here for Sacramento. Which makes no sense because you actually hit the target.
Well, you didn't hit the target because
you hit the
can't
outline
go
lines.
in. If it goes over the line, far.
I guess you're right. It's just in darts if you hit off just the outside 2 point, 3 points. What is that?
You're not aiming to hit the post. You're aiming to hit the net. So that's not on target.
Although I was given a goal back in my days. Speak about me scoring goals.
Like 30 years ago?
It was a while ago. But it hit the post, bounced back off the goalkeeper, hit him in the back, and then it went in. It was Shuttlesworth. Is it Shuttlesworth that used to be here?
Yeah.
Bobby. I hope he's watching. But they gave me the goal for that one, as we see Judd offside for that. But they technically shouldn't have, but I didn't complain at that time.
Well, we've seen a couple, and I think there is some debate to be had where if a shot on target or it then comes back or plays out, there is a difference between an own goal where you've actually forced an opportunity. You've hit it so hard that a player is unable to react. It just skims off their foot. Yeah. I have to say that's not an own goal. To me, an own goal is when you almost play it back. It's almost a mistake most of the times, but I'm sure you've gotten robbed from a couple of those. I know there was a couple in Tacoma for a while that there's 2 or 3 by guys that just weren't counted as goals. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man, that, you know, I think Bijev had one as.
Yeah, there's a
Still a
little
goal.
bit of subjectivity to it. I believe the technical rule is if the shot is going on target, regardless of the deflection, it still counts as the striker's goal. Whereas if it's off target and deflects, it counts as an own goal. But yeah, you know, I feel like it balances out, or at least for a striker. Maybe not for a midfielder that doesn't see it hit the net quite as many times.
It's a hit versus an error, I guess. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
up to the official score.
The controversial one in the early MLS days was they used to do the double assists. I think they maybe still do that in hockey.
Yep.
But so you do a little pass to someone, and then someone dribbles around 4 players, and you get the assist. And
Malik Foster dribbling around a couple of guys here, looking for a crack at it. Big swing. That takes a second shot out just over the crossbar. Malik Foster with some brilliance in the middle of the park here and almost sneaks it under the net.
just like that, what an assist from Connor Donovan. That would have been great play by Malik Foster, weaving past a few in, just like early in the game, just a bit too much on it.
But that just gives you a look at what Malik brings to this team. I mean, it's lightning in a bottle. Something out of nothing, he can create a chance, and that close to maybe getting Republic on the score sheet.
Mistake here by Los Angeles. Republic looking to capitalize. Lacroix cutting in. Picasso going shoulder to shoulder and sent away by Barry. Crowd starting to get into it. About 5 minutes to go here in the first half of action. No score between Los Dos and Republic. Three-man crew tonight. Alongside with me is Adam Moffat and, of course, Cameron Iwasa, making his Republic broadcasting debut after retiring last season. It's great to have you up here. Here's stories, and stepping away from the game, I'm sure was a hard decision, but do you feel that it was the right time stepping away in a Republic uniform? Is that something that meant a lot to you?
Yeah, I mean, it was obviously a tough decision, but, you know.
Here's Preston Judd looking for a decision himself that just won't find the net.
But yeah, sitting here, what, 8 months later or so, I'm very content with it, and you know, just glad to be able to stay around the club in some capacity. And you know, as I think it's pretty well known, I was born and raised here, and I'm not planning on leaving Sacramento anytime soon, that's for sure. So I'll be around, and to be able to, you know, continue to be at these games and be a part of it, it's super fun and really exciting.
There wasn't this level of professional soccer in Sacramento as we have here today. How many of your teammates and friends in high school do you think would have maybe continued on or played soccer instead of another sport had we had a professional team like we have?
Well, hey, I grew up going to some Knights games. You know, those were pretty fun. But
indoor soccer, yes.
It certainly wasn't quite the same. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I always got the question, hey, is this something you dreamed about as a kid? And the answer is no, because this team didn't exist. I didn't have a team in Sacramento that I, you know, looked up to. The Quakes were around, but I mean, San Jose was not really in my radar at the time. So it's really cool that, you know, I think the coolest thing of my entire career is when you meet a kid or meet someone's, you know, a parent, and they're like, hey, you know, my kid looks up to you and wants to do what you're doing, or especially if you hear it from a kid themselves.
And Gonzalez is offside as Judd and company trying to combine here. And I love whether win, lose, or draw, you go to the stands, you applaud, and you meet with a lot of the kids after. And I think that's something that's really special in this sport. You're not just walking out into the locker room after the final whistle blows. So it's been really fun to watch you throughout the 9 years I've been here, 8 years, I guess. Well, 7 years you played here, but I guess going back to 2015. So it's great to have you here tonight. I don't know how Adam feels. Adam's getting a lot less time to talk.
Oh, it's good. Good for me. I need the break, Cam. I've been chatting to my kids all week there. Summer break.
Well, you get tomorrow off from the kids, right? You can just plant yourself on the couch all day.
That's it. It's my day.
Lamb finding Davila, being pressured by Ross. Owen Lamb, first season as professional, 29 games a season ago out of Cal State Fullerton. And now a word from the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
And Preston Judd deep in Republic attack here. Is Dan Casey able to send this away as Connor Donovan went to ground? Malik Foster with 2 looks. Remy Cabral with 2 looks. We'll have 1 more minute of stoppage time, brought to you by Something Extra. Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today at rayleighs.com.
Yeah, plenty of chances so far in this half, but I think barring a change here in this minute of stoppage time, I think both teams are going to be going to the locker room, kicking themselves a little bit that they haven't actually forced either keeper to make a save. Obviously, for LA, a couple of great chances that were stifled by the crossbar, but still, you really got to test the keeper and make him make a save.
Republic get 1 more look at it. Nick Ross trying to play this ball through. As Mark Allerton checking his watch, likely the last opportunity here for the Republic or either side. Look at this from Duke Lacroix. Lacroix, 1 more quick, easy touch, finding Rafa. Rafa to his right, circling all the way around, looking to find a teammate. Will play this off the Galaxy 2, and the whistle comes in, and that is it for the first half of action here in Sacramento. There's no score. Malik Foster with a couple of opportunities in this match, as did Remy Cabral for Los Dos, but neither able to get it past Saldana or Sanchez. And we remain locked scoreless here in the capital of California. We'll be right back. Modelo at the break. Don't go away. As well, a full halftime feature and more on the alternate kids. That's coming up right after this.
Alrighty, give it up for Giovanni. How good job, raise over 600. How about that?
Modelo at the break, scoreless at Hart Health Park between Republic and Galaxy 2. The brand new third kit, as you're seeing on the pitch tonight, brings the City of Trees back to Sacramento's Republic newest kit, plays homage to the city's former slogan. Let's take a look at the new alternate kits.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Going to Trinity University. First up, Omkar says happy. How about that? Going to the University of Pacific, Jose Maria Barrera. Going to the University of Portland, Muslim Umar. Going to North Carolina State, Giovanni Seja.
Modelo at the break, scoreless between Sacramento and LA. Well, the U.S. soccer infrastructure is like nothing else for the sport in the country, and it seems that it's working. We have seen athletes mature and perform through the USL leagues and move on to some of the biggest stages in the world. This week, the league's all-time transfer record was broken with Orange County completing the transfer of 18-year-old center back Kobe Henry to League One, the top tier of soccer in France. Kobe, the U.S. international, is currently enjoying some downtime and before preseason begins. He sat down with former U.S. men's national team great and Hall of Famer Eric Winalda, who is one of the first Americans to play in Europe, and discuss his journey. Take a listen.
You were a player that was sought after. You could have done this differently, but you chose to play in USL. Why did you take this pathway?
I believe that the USL had a better pathway for me to reach my goals. Orange County had a great plan and set for me to go and do big things in my career.
first part of that dream is to be signed in a club in Europe. Where's your head right now?
I've dreamed of this moment since I was a little kid, playing in the biggest stadiums and over in Europe, overseas. So this is really a dream come true for me.
Kobe, since day one he came in and he understood what his role was, just to grab all the information he could. He's on a journey to fulfill a bigger pathway, which was going to Europe.
Deflected out by Kobe Henry.
You're in Europe, and you look back at how you got there. Talk to me about making that decision and now how good you feel about it working out.
At Orange County, they had a pathway set for me every day to try and develop and get more game time so I could eventually make the move over to Europe. That's always been my passion and my dream. And now that I've made the move, I'm just really excited and ready to get to work.
What does it mean now to send one of your players off to a level that a lot of people didn't think was possible, but he's done it through your tutelage?
Hopefully that just sort of ignites a real movement throughout the USL that other clubs take our lead and we start developing top talent. It's a job of us as an organisation and as a league to try and develop the next superstar. Kobe joined us with a lot of potential, but Kobe's real super strength is his mindset, his ability to learn. He has an environment around him that we try and give him that nourishment, but ultimately we can only give him the food. It's down him to apply it, and he's done that on a daily basis, and obviously he's reaping the rewards for that.
With Kobe's transfer into Stade de Reims, what that has done for the league and for us as a club, now a lot more players are looking at the USL as a development because it's very clear we control the players' rights 100%. We can sell the players as soon as he's ready to be sold. I think every team in the USL has the opportunity now to learn that you can develop players while still competing for championships, and you don't have to do one without the other.
You are young, but what would you say to the next kid? If you had the chance to have an influence, what would you tell them?
I would say to explore the USL League for sure, especially a club such as Orange County. They had a whole plan set for me, and together we've gone through and achieved every single thing and ticked every single box.
This is the look of a boy who had no hope of walking. A boy who had his spine rebuilt before he was born. A boy who now stays on his feet and keeps mom on her toes. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy. This is the look of a little girl with big dreams, but only one last hope. A girl whose organs were shutting down as she was growing up. A girl who finally found her spotlight when she found her specialist. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
Please welcome the Sacramento drummers and dancers.
Modelo at the break, Sacramento, Los Angeles. Both with a couple of cracks at it, unable to find the net. So we remain scoreless after 45 minutes and some change. Adam Moffat, Cameron Wassa, I'm Robbie Calster, three-man booth here on this another epic battle between these two teams. number 26, 10 minutes in. Los Angeles came out aggressive, and early chance already from Los Dos. Adam.
Cabral, we'll see plenty of him and the crossbar in these highlights. He struck it perfectly. There's not much else he can do. Put it a couple inches lower, but great build-up play from Cabral, and Saldana was left stranded.
16 minutes in there. Here another chance, and once again Los Dos putting the pressure on Sacramento as Preston Judd plays it perfectly to Cabral.
Yeah, a bit of a fortunate bounce for the Galaxy to free him up and give Judd the time to play him through, but again, super unfortunate for Cabral. It's a great strike, and I don't know what more he can do. He should be on the score sheet.
Well, LA just keep coming in this early first 45, trying to catch Sacramento, and here's another opportunity. Lee Desmond held his ground, pushing Preston Judd away from goal, and Carlos Saldana. A couple of threats, but nothing too serious. Meanwhile, on the other side here, Sacramento trying to make something happen. But again, Los Dos just on their front studs, trying to make this attack.
Yeah, Gonzalez not far away on that one. And as you see, no shots on target for either side, but the Galaxy threatening. The Republic did have one. Malik Foster, as he broke through, evaded a couple of challenges, decides to give it a crack, and just gets a little too much on it when he finally pulls that trigger.
Even juked out the camera guy on that one. But Malik Foster has so much pace. Good to see him try to get a good look on goal. Those are the only two opportunities for Sacramento. You've been in a lot of these half times. When you don't get a shot on target, what's that conversation like really amongst the players?
It's a pretty straightforward one. I mean, you just kind of got to do better. I think Galaxy in particular, they've had more chances, they've had more of the ball, and so I think that locker room will probably be a little bit more disappointed with the 0-0 score, but both sides really need to do a little bit better of just focusing on that last touch, that last strike, and you know, at least test the keepers and see if they can make something happen.
And what's been surprising is the possession number for Los Dos, 61%. We saw a much different look from this team, typically back and forth, sending balls all across the pitch. Not as much tonight. They've held a little bit more possession. They did play on Wednesday night against Monterey, so it may have something to do with that. We can talk about that more in the second half. Let's get to our standings, brought to you by Honda. Now, right now, it's always a little bit difficult to look at where the standings, because we're a 1 point difference between Los Dos and Republic, but LA has played 3 more matches than Sacramento. But a win here tonight by Republic would catapult them right into that tied for 3rd position with New Mexico, San Diego, and El Paso.
Yeah, again to that 25 points. Looks like there's a big group of teams there. Obviously, El Paso's played 17 games. Galaxy have played 16. This is their 17th tonight. So Republic are in a good spot. Those last 2 victories against San Antonio and Detroit were massive. They don't want to put too much focus on Tuesday. They've got to get the 3 points here at home tonight.
Cam, we'll start with you. What did you like from Sacramento in that first 45?
I just like the wingers that haven't been playing a lot, taking their chances. Both Rafa and Malik have gotten on the ball, and they've created a couple of things. You know, unfortunately, it hasn't necessarily translated to shots and obviously shots on target, but they're getting involved and they're trying to make something happen, and hopefully we see a little bit more of that in the second half here.
And for Los Dos, Adam, what have they done well? We've seen some opportunities from Cabral, and that left side with Gonzalez has worked as well.
Yeah, Cabral, got to keep an eye on Preston Judd. He hasn't had too many opportunities to put the ball in the back of the net so far, but he'll get some. He's always looking for it, so keep an eye on him.
No substitutes at the half here, but we'll likely see some changes as Republic side will play on Tuesday in the U.S. Open Cup round of the Final 8 against the parent club, LA Galaxy of MLS, down in Carson, California. Rafa gets things going here in the second half of play. A deflection, Lee Desmond pass there, and it may have been hit off the arm, and Preston Judd says not the case. Either way, handball is given, and Sacramento will get possession back here. Republic undefeated at home, 4 wins, 2 draws on the year. And the draws against New Mexico and Las Vegas. And a bit frustrating, I know, at times for this team, as Mark Briggs had said, the demeanor in the locker room after the draw was despondent, almost like the team had lost. They expected more out of those games, felt like they'd played better in those matches than their opponent. Unfortunately, did not get the 3 points, but did get the draws. And sometimes you just got to be happy with a point. And he had a uplifting speech right after guys, it's not the result we wanted, but we did get a point. You can't be down always. How difficult is that? As obviously, as a professional, you guys have been there. You want the 3, and you feel like you start the game to get 3 at the end of it.
Absolutely, but one thing is, I mean, it's a long season. It's a lot of games, and they stack up, and you got to take the points where you get them. Obviously, you'd like to win every game, but I mean, no team has ever won every game. So you got to take it for what it is, take your point, move on, and look forward to the next match.
The Republic really good as of late, as this team in the last 8 matches, including USL play and US Open Cup play, allowing just 2 goals. And one of those goals we talked about in last week's broadcast against Oakland, quite controversial whether that should have been a penalty. So really you're looking at 1. Barry with a step. Republic will earn the throw. After the San Antonio victory here at Heart Health Park, Republic go on to best that and beat Detroit at home, who had not lost at home up to that point. Was that the biggest win of the year?
Yeah, I think it was. I think San Antonio was fantastic display against a team who were, at that moment, they were the top of the West. We see Preston Judd running behind here.
The mark is Donovan. Judd with his right foot, going to send it cross field.
He's trying to sneak that in the back post right there. He realizes he doesn't have too many options, and he's trying to catch everyone in the stadium off by sneaking that in there. But just going back to that, yeah, that victory, going to Detroit now and win a game.
Yeah, and
so,
also,
good.
Also, you know,
a little bit of trouble here for Richard Sanchez. Is just able to get away as Archibald came closing in. And a nervy moment here for Galaxy 2 fans. And Sanchez in his 7th appearance on the year.
But yeah, to piggyback on Adam's point about the Detroit game, it's extremely important because obviously going back to playing some of the Eastern teams this year, you only get so many opportunities, and it's a bit of a luck of the draw situation of which Eastern teams you're going to play. And so getting that draw of having to go to Detroit, a team that's been so successful at home, and being able to get 3 points out of that is really massive. And you know, you've seen other teams in the West. And so, you know, taking advantage of that can be really crucial come the end of the season.
Rafa Hadagi putting a little bit of pressure on, and and then winning on the road against New York Red Bulls. Mother's Day for Duke Lacroix, returning back home. Here's Cabral right down the seam, playing this ball to the right. For a crashing Adrian Gonzalez, but a goal kick for Carlos.
Keeper, or if he was trying to pick somebody out at the back post, but I'm sure he'd want that one back.
Coming from Drac, Preston Judd has 24 goals scored in 46 games with Los Dos now. One of the guys sitting next to me here today. From a youngster like that, quite impressive in his first year.
Yeah, really impressive. I think anytime you can be that consistent, you know, to come in as a young player and really be the drive, that's a big weight on his shoulder, and you know, really impressive from him.
At the hand of Malik Foster, tried to bring it down, and flag quickly up for handball.
Yeah, I tried to get away with that one, Malik. His left hand, I think it was, but you are not allowed the way fizzed in by Dan Casey. And
Sosa cutting with his left foot. Sosa may try to chip.
like Ferry, Sosa was caught in two minds, maybe taking a shot or crossing it in, and ends up doing neither.
Crystal Creamery has been building strong bones and bodies with the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901. Take pride in delivering dairy you can trust. So grab a glass, taste how fresh local can be. Simple, local, fresh. Back to Doyle.
So the pressure there by Sacramento. They try and win the ball, they don't win it. Now Galaxy have numbers up. Rafa Haragi has to get back in. Malik Foster, he's looking a bit tired. This is the longest we've seen him play in
this season.
This season, yeah.
Maybe last too.
Maybe last. I think he maybe one start last season.
Ball played in the corner, and will just beyond the opportunity for LA. So a goal kick for Carlos Saldana. Well, big loss for this Galaxy 2 team is Jorge Hernandez. Off to Europe, all-league selection, 12 goals, 6 assists, 91 chances created. He was a handful for opponents. Best in USL at such a young age, but he has moved on. And we've seen some top talent from this Los Dos side. Sometimes experience not quite there. They need minutes, but I'm sure through both of your times here, you've seen some top-level players. And to their credit, you know, Los Angeles either moved some of the guys on, they moved those pieces to earn new young pieces, and they've been competitive. May not always winning, but they're going to bring a show, especially when they come to Sacramento.
Yeah, as we've been talking about all night, they create a lot of chances, they score a lot of goals, and that's a testament to how talented this roster always is and the types of players they bring in. But at the same time, they give a lot of goals, and that's a testament to maybe the youth and a little bit of a lack of discipline at times.
We saw that with the Red Bulls too last year, how fun that match was, back and forth. And would you rather play on a team that's so erratic like that and just you're scoring like crazy, or is it more this is your style to have a defense you can maybe count on?
I mean, you might get a different answer from me and Adam, because playing for a team that scores a lot of goals is a lot of fun for a striker.
Look at Archimedes selling out, trying to keep possession for Sacramento. LaGrassa hustling, and he is undercut as the foul is awarded.
But realistically, to that question, there's got to be a balance. I mean, to be a real successful team in this league, you have to obviously score goals to win games, but at the same time, you got to be hard-nosed defensively, and you got to, you know, you're obviously not going to get a clean sheet every single game, but you got to make it really tough, and you got to make teams earn it when they do score.
Sosa trying to thread through to Malik Foster. Foster feeling the pressure. Sosa right back on it, being held by Cabral, now thrown down. Mark Briggs hoping for a yellow card. And Mark Allerton coming over in a hurry to Remy Cabral. But no yellow shown. A heavy challenge.
Yeah, and it's a good challenge by Cabral in the end up, because Dan Casey was free. If Ferry Sosa gets free on that ball, he's sending Dan Casey through, so he almost had to make that foul there.
Yeah, and I think honestly the calls for a yellow might have been warranted. You see him grabbing the jersey and stopping what could be a counter and a potential attacking chance. So you know, it's one of those 50-50 ones. If he gave the card, I think it would be deserved, but also it's not really egregious.
Yeah.
Rafa trying to play that ball forward. And there's where that chemistry we talked about earlier in the match is not quite there. Figuring out where guys are supposed to potentially be. Doyle off his chest. Plays it centrally. Dan Casey not afraid to get into the attack and does here. Dan Casey might go for goal. That's an Adam Moffat type look there.
Oh, did he score?
Yeah, I don't think the top corner of the net is ripped open, so that's not really an Adam Moffat effort.
Yeah, those are the ones I show you guys. That's only those ones that go in. But Dan Casey, well done. He goes up, wins the ball, and a bit audacious there. But we've seen him strike a few good ones this year, so why not? Is that something he liked to do at practice camp?
He loved it.
He
loved taking a hit. He played 5v5 or whatever.
There's Sosa being held by Drax. Sosa staying on his feet, crosses over the middle, and it's broken up by LA. looking for the near post run with Luther Archimed. Love that buildup, and we're starting to see Barry Sosa feel a little bit more comfortable tonight. He hasn't played many minutes as of late, but he has a lot of talent, has some minutes behind his belt in previous season, USL 1 champion. Great setup here. First corner kick for Sacramento tonight comes in the 57th minute. Atlas Disposal bringing this Nick Ross opportunity. Crowd getting into it. Ross. And it's headed away by Los Angeles. Some contact with Connor Donovan and Remy Cabral. And a goal kick for Los Dos. A Wednesday night's historic win over San Jose Earthquakes pushes Republic into the quarterfinals of the US Open Cup. MLS side LA Galaxy will host Sacramento Tuesday, the 21st at Dignity Health Park. Come down, hang out with Adam and everybody else we've got going down there. A couple hundred people from Sacramento. 7:30 kickoff, sacrepublicfc.com. More information. If you can't, obviously it'll be on ESPN Plus if you want to watch the game. But a big shout out to Kevin Nagel, who has taken the whole club down, and I'm excited. And Adam, we get to lunch, hang out, don't have to prep. A couple beers maybe in our future, I don't know.
Oh, you spoiling us?
I will.
There we go. Yeah. Well, what a fun time it is, and obviously for you and I, we get to be spectators. We are spectators at most games, but we have to talk through it. And Galaxy come here on the left.
Drac cross coming in. Here's a headed ball, and it's sent away by Saldana. Brilliant save coming from the veteran out of Vallejo.
Really big time there from Carlos. I mean, a guy that, you know, he's had to sit on the bench for a good amount of games here, but the first time he's really called upon and he gets tested. I mean, such a huge moment for him there, and definitely calms the nerves to get that first save out of the way, and especially a big one like that.
LA not quite done. And the Republic will see some pressure, but not before some substitutions. So with that big match on Tuesday in Carson, you're going to see some changes here from Mark Briggs, keeping guys fresh. And so Malik Foster, his evening's over after an hour in, as is Matt LaGrasso, and he'll be replaced by Luis Felipe. And Zico Lewis coming into the match. Won US Open Cup goal on the season, but a 27-year-old out of Charleston, 19 goals, 18 assists last couple of seasons with Charleston Battery. Big time signing for the Republic in the off season. What do you hope to see from him here in this opportunity, Adam?
Yeah, Zico's a player who can make things happen. He needs that ball at his feet. I think with Keko, with Roro, with Zico, they're all similar. They're creative. They need to have a lot of the ball, and it's a great opportunity for Zico to shine tonight with the absence of Keko and Roro so far.
Well, he'll play it on that right side in the place of where Malik Foster was. This is sent back, and the pressure still coming here from Los Angeles.
Yeah, and Zico's a guy that, as we were talking about later, getting in those pockets and being on the half turn and being able to, you know, run at the defense. He's a guy that really excels at doing that, and so hopefully we can see him pick up the ball in those spots.
Luis Felipe have another brilliant season. He will be called upon to have a big night in Carson.
I mean, him and Luis Felipe coming in. How bright are those boots they're wearing?
They coordinated.
Yeah, I mean, it makes them look like they're running really, really fast as well. I should have wore those more.
I was say, you really missed an opportunity.
Oh, man.
Must have been a new drop from Nike recently.
Yeah, look at that, yeah.
Zico lets this through. Archimed running to his right, going to play this ball forward. Luther's got some pace. Luther takes a touch. Luther is taken down. And here comes the yellow card, and an opportunity for Sacramento to be the first on the board here tonight, an hour in.
And we spoke about Zico Lewis. That's exactly what he can do. It all comes from those bright orange shoes. But once Archimedes takes this touch, we've seen it so many times from him. No doubt that it's a penalty kick. Question sometimes comes in: is it a red? Is it a yellow?
That's the second
yellow. Yep.
time we've seen Luther being taken down by a goalkeeper here at home. All right, Cam, you've taken a lot of penalty kicks. Sacramento's been perfect, all but one here on a muddy night. Here we are, Luther Archimed looking for his second, got his first goal in a PK. Do you have a mind made up before you put it down on the spot?
It kind of depends. For me, sometimes I was reading the keeper, but I think Luther, based on the first pen he took, he's a guy that's going to pick his spot, and he's gonna just hit it hard and trust it. And I think that's the big thing when you're taking a pen, if you're predetermining your spot, is to just trust it. Don't second guess yourself. Put a good strike on it, and if you hit it the way you want to hit it, the keeper's not going to save it.
Sanchez has allowed 16 goals here in this 2022 season, just his 7th appearance on the year for Los Dos. Archimed from Guadalupe looking for his second USL goal. Slots it through to the line, and Sacramento has the advantage here, and now we're in. And the Republic trying to take down their rival Los Dos, and this crowd is fired up after that big-time PK goal by Luther Archimed.
Yeah, it's great to see. Like we said, he picked his spot, and he actually got a little cheeky there. Sent the keeper the wrong way, and it's a clinical finish. Great to see him get paid off with the goal after the run and drawing the foul. And man, it's great to see a guy like him. He works so hard and have him hit the net.
Yeah, brilliant by Luther Archimed. He's the one that gets the penalty kick, and then to go up, the confidence, as you mentioned, Cam, slot it away. 1-0, fans absolutely loving it here. Let's see how the Galaxy responds to this. It's also the first shot on target for the Republic. There we go.
Sometimes all you need is one.
That's right. And we know how difficult it is to score against this Republic side, so that could be the case.
Look at the pace from Zico Lewis. He's got another level to him tonight. You love to see it.
Yeah, obviously he doesn't end up with any statistics out of that goal, but I mean, that was all him setting that up, coming on, making an absolute instant impact. The turn was brilliant. The pass was even better, perfectly weighted, and just baited just enough to bait the keeper into coming out and drawing the foul. And that's obviously what you like to see as an impact player coming off the bench.
2 substitutions for Los Dos, and probably a good sign for Sacramento fans. Remy Cabral now out of the match, along with Axel Picasso. So Michael Salazar into the match, along with Duhaney Williams. Salazar with some MLS experience with Montreal back in 2017. If you look at this roster, probably the most minutes under his belt in his career out of New York. 3 goals, 2 assists. He's been impactful for Yo's side here for Los Dos.
Yeah, and Salazar's another guy. He brings pace. He's a strong guy. He's going to put a lot of pressure on the back line, especially when you line him up with a guy like Judd. That's 2 really, really good athletes that they can bully you a little bit, but they can also get in behind. So it's a tough task for sure.
It was with Memphis 901 a season ago. Ball played centrally, waiting for it, just shielding. A lot of bodies flying around. Felipe trying to get a toe on it. Comes to Zico instead. Bopped up on the hand of Josh Drack. No call. Rafa just a step slow there, is unable to turn. That would have been a good opportunity for Sacramento to break. You saw Luis Felipe last year up close. I know we played several matches against him with Reno and other opportunities. What a breakout season. He had 5 goals for this Republic side. I know you guys voted him as the team MVP as well. Defensively, he was so good. How has he been able to take that step?
Well, I think his legs are made of rubber or something, because he's able to make tackles that seem like he has no chance of getting his foot on it.
Here's a chance here for Los Dos, trying to play centrally. Here's Judd. Takes one more look at it. Judd just missed the left side. Tried to sneak it far post. Great opportunity. Stayed on his feet, but unable to convert at the end there, Cam.
Yeah, I mean, excellent ball in. Good turn from him. Maybe hesitates just a little bit. I think maybe he could have hit it on this first opportunity, but cuts it back on his left and just scuffed it a little bit. Didn't quite get a clean hit on it.
3 good looks for this LA side. 2 hitting the crossbar. Opportunity there from Preston Judd to get his 8th on the season, unable to do so.
You would have bet your house on it as soon as he received that ball inside the box. Preston Judd, you think for sure that's 1-1. Galaxy straight back in it, but goes wide of the post.
Connor Donovan flying back. Preston Judd may have got an elbow to the face of Connor Donovan. And now the referee, Mark Allerton, going to have a conversation with the Las Vegas native. More substitutions coming for both sides here. We saw Connor Donovan in OKC last year, and many felt that he was maybe the best center back in all of USL Championship. Another opportunity kind of flew underneath the radar coming to Sacramento this year. Why is he rated so high? What does he do that maybe other center backs don't do?
He's a fantastic leader, is one of the things, and that's something we saw when he wasn't even playing. And that's a big reason why Mark Briggs put him in there. He switched to this back three. He's composed on the ball. Again, for the style Sacramento wants to play, you got to be able to play with the ball on the back, and he's able to do that. Fantastic communication, and I'm not surprised to the success the team's had since his introduction at the starting 11.
Sacramento, Duke Lacroix trying to turn the corner, and we'll let that dribble out of play. It will be another corner kick for Sacramento.
But yeah, Adam, I'd agree with you. Obviously, we've talked a lot tonight about how stout this defense has been, and a lot of it is that change to that back three, but I think a huge part of it is just Connor Donovan making room for him to be inserted into that lineup.
Well, they felt comfortable with those three, and now they've given Sacramento a really positive outlook. Here's a ball bouncing in, a chance as Luis Felipe looked to make this game 2-0. And it's interesting talking to Connor Donovan after those first weeks. He was still rehabbing, and he said, you know, this is a club we could put three in the back. I think we do fantastic. He was right. Here's Rafa Hannigan! Rafa with his first professional goal! He gets the start here tonight, and he makes it 2-0. Just sneaks it by the keeper. Absolute brilliance from the 18-year-old Sacramento native.
Well done, Rafa Harrigan. His family's down there. What a great moment for him. You just see, gets a shot on target. We speak about hitting the frame. I think it takes a deflection, but ball's in the back of the net. Who cares how it goes in, right, Cam?
Absolutely. You take them however you can get them, and especially for your first professional goal. I just jumped out of my seat. I'm fired up. I mean, as we talked about earlier, this kid works so hard, and he's so talented. And, man, that's awesome to see. And, you know, like we said, this could open the floodgates. A guy like him, he's so good. He's so talented. And now that hopefully his confidence just skyrockets, and we see him do some more big things. That was awesome.
That'll do wonders for him. And
oh, and it's last touch of the game.
Yeah, it was going to be his last touch of the game either way. But what a way to leave the game.
Rafa Hannigan in the 69th minute, his first professional goal. Young Rafa, not so young anymore, but wow, what a talent we have here from this local product. And exciting to see him do it here at home in front of his family and friends. And also put this Republic team up 2-0. Zico Lewis and company not done yet. Here comes Keko, just in as a substitute along with Dami Villader. Keko might go for goal here. Keko, big swing and off the back of Los Angeles. Now Gonzalez, 21 appearances for Los Dos a year ago. Drac had a brilliant high school career, 65 goals as a youngster in Chandler, Arizona. Do you remember what you scored in high school? That was in 2 seasons of high school, Cam.
I remember what I scored my senior year.
Which was?
42.
Okay, so 65, not as impressive to me anymore.
42 goals in one high school season?
31 games.
31 games?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Even Moffitt can do that math. That's good. Archimed waiting for it. The flag went up. I don't know. That was close. Archimed, though, make him pay a little bit. Stretch him out.
How was that competition you were playing against?
Not great. We won a lot of games like 10-0.
Yeah.
Did you win state it's junior year? No.
There was no state. It ended after sections. But
sections,
we won sections my junior and senior year.
Preston Judd trying to make something happen and may have been deflected by Sacramento, and it was. First corner kick for Los Dos here.
Yeah, my best friend also scored 39 goals, so we had 81 between the two of us in 31 games. It was a little ridiculous.
Sounds real competitive.
Super competitive, yeah. A lot of guys.
Or just really good.
Or really good, yes. Yeah, I think that the latter was proven.
Corner kick here, Sacramento with a 2-goal advantage. Rafa and Luther each with goals for Republic. Back post, looking for an opportunity, bouncing around, still a chance. Bodies flying, whistle coming in as Connor Donovan has a few words for Los Dos. And now the 2 will come and do it. Now a shove, and a yellow card is shown. And it looks like Josh Drack.
Yeah, I think Connor Donovan might be in a little bit of bother here. Okay.
He's fouled. He's been fouled.
Yeah, I'm not sure if
so Preston Judd felt like maybe Connor Donovan, little spittle coming out your way. That's never wanted. So both will receive yellow cards after the tussle there.
Yeah, you see Connor Donovan and Judd just getting in each other's face, and I think Judd just felt there was a little bit too much spittle coming out there from Connor Donovan. Both getting the yellow card. Galaxy will look to get straight back into this game, though. They feel like they can get a little momentum going here.
See if they can take the crowd out after this ball. This one is served into the box, chasing Gonzalez. We'll step over to Salazar. Centrally here, good look. Here's a ball driven well, and it'll go just over the crossbar again. LA, you know one thing, Cam, they're not going to quit.
Yeah, it's a good piece of build up there, and ends with a decent strike, just a touch high. But you know, going back to the little spat with Donovan and Judd, I don't like it just because you don't want to give these guys an excuse to get fired up and stay in this game. I mean, they're coming off a game on Wednesday. They got some tired legs. It's easy for a team in that situation to kind of quit and give up as this game gets later, but when you get into that, you get them fired up, then they're going to keep coming at you, and you know that's not what you want when you're looking to close this game out.
Meanwhile, Sacramento, you see Mark Briggs making some changes here, bringing in some of the maybe typical starters that we've seen over the last couple of weeks. Is it to keep guys fresh here, Adam, as we move forward in the attack with Luis Felipe? Sosa running that right side. Felipe elects to go the other way and is taken down by Salazar on the backside. So as we see another substitute coming in here, as Douglas Martinez will come into this match. He will take the place of Luther Archibald. Is that so guys maybe aren't stale going into Tuesday night?
Yeah, you don't want to go a week and a half without playing. Roro will be the guy doing that, but you want Douglas Martinez fresh, you want Keko, but you want them a little sharp as well, not trying to get that rust out as we spoke about for the Galaxy. They did a long break, international break. They got some of that rust off today. Hopefully they have a lot remaining for Tuesday night's game.
Absolutely, there's a balance there. You want the fresh legs. You got to be at 100%, peaking for that Open Cup game, but at the same time, you got to keep your momentum, keep your rhythm. You can train all you want, but the game minutes, they're just completely different.
And imagine probably if one guy's going to take a rest, probably best it's Rodrigo Lopez. Here's Luis Felipe.
Yeah, I mean, a veteran guy like Roro, you trust him to have the time off and still come in ready to play and know what he has to do to get it done.
Heavy challenge, Nick Ross, so good at popping right back up. Zico. Keko finding Douglas, who just checked in. Martinez on the year, 3 goals. This one will curl back in. And the foul is awarded by Allerton. A couple more changes coming. All teams, both you're going to see all 5 being made. Maybe 15 minutes to go here. What do you guys want to see from the last couple minutes here?
I'd like to see, some savviness. Kill the game. You got a 2-0 lead. Not that I'm a big proponent of it, but if you do get hit, stay down a little longer, maybe grab your leg. Not necessarily enough to get the trainer on the field, but just waste a little time, kill the game. Any momentum that might be coming on LA's side, you can try to kill that off and, just see this game out. Show that savviness, as I said.
At the end of the year, the 3 points are 3 points, right?
They are, yeah. And as Kat mentioned, that gamesmanship, you don't want to milk it too much, but at the same time, it's part of being a professional and trying to see out a victory. I think Sacramento might get more opportunities to even score a third here. As the Galaxy push numbers forward, Sacramento, if they absorb that pressure, you have a good outlet in Douglas Martinez. He has fresh legs. Can they maybe get a third? That's a good way of killing a game off.
Well, Felipe Kobian, who had his first touch just under this game, academy player, and Adnan Sadania as well, midfielder. And heavy challenging by Sosa, and the foul is awarded. But Saldana, a guy, 18 MLS appearances a season ago for LA Galaxy. Coming off the bench. Just 20 years of age. Again, we talked about men of the age. Pretty much everyone's under the age of 24 for LA. Probably the 2-goal advantage. Luther Archimed, the penalty kick. And then young Rafa with his first career. This ball is lifted back post. And just a bit too high. Goal kick for Carlos Saldana, who's looking to earn the shutout here. How about Carlos Saldana with that late surgence we had in 2021? You were on that team, Cam. Finishes the year with 7 starts, allows just about a goal a game, but really came on, fun player to be around. How was he able to earn that starting job at the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, the guy just kept grinding. He came in and wasn't even offered a contract when he was first training with us last year. He was just there as a practice player, and he kept showing up every day and working, and he got better every day, and it got to the point where the coaching staff really had no choice but to give him a contract, and then it just continued on, and then they had no choice but to play him. I mean, it's really a testament to hard work and determination, because he wasn't really given a shot at the beginning, and he just kept playing himself into an opportunity.
I remember one of the matches, I think it's 6 saves, just incredible perseverance by the youngster. Here's Keko, right back to his left, trying to get something going for teammate. Looked like it was Douglas Martinez, and Martinez was trying to stay onside. We'll celebrate Pride all season long with the new 2022 Pride collection from the Republic FC team store. Shop new threads, scarves, and much more. 15% off each sale. Item will go to the LGBT Community Center. So visit the Republic website and order your Pride gear today.
Looks like somebody lost a shoe right there.
A little flat tire?
A little flat tire. Hate that one. It looks like Owen Lamb's putting it back on. Keko got him.
The worst part about that is deciding if you can slip it on or if you have to completely untie it to put it back on.
Dan Casey still aggressive. Connor Donovan finding Douglas Martinez. Great combination. Sosa showing some skill. Feeling a little loose out there, love it. Zico showing his worth. A fantastic ball through to Luther Archimed to set up that first goal and a penalty kick. Zico looking for a little bit of room, keeps it down low, trying to take the deflection. Back to Keko, just sitting back a little bit there. I think he was unsure that ball was coming to him.
Great piece of play there. Zico showing the footwork, showing the skills, getting in behind. A bit fortunate that ball slipped through to Douglas, and then the unselfish extra pass and a decent opportunity, I think, just caught Keko just a touch off guard, and he wasn't quite set, leaned back a little bit, and wasn't able to catch it cleanly.
It's a good opportunity. Speaking about going for that third, that was a great opportunity for Keko. Looked like the ball just took a little bounce on him.
Finding Dami in stride, via there, and it's punched away by Sanchez. Keko gets it back. Nice little combination between those two. Keko's gonna switch. We'll find Sosa. Verdi working 1v1 here. Looking for a crack himself, trying to go upper corner. I think Ferdy's thinking, why not? I'm given an opportunity tonight. We're up 2-0. Go for it.
Absolutely. You love seeing it, seeing the aggressiveness. Republic staying on the front foot, to Adam's point. The best way to put a game away is to just score another goal. That's obviously as deflating as it gets for the defense. And, you know, you see Keko staying positive. You see Souza staying positive. And it's good to see.
I think great impact the substitutes have had. You've got a guy, I mean, a lot of them are probably going to be starting on Tuesday night, but then you look at a guy like Zico Lewis who may not be, and he might have a bit of a chip on his shoulder. He sees young Rafa Haragi getting the start before him. He's an experienced player. What a great attitude he's shown to come in and show, hey, I can make a difference. And he had a huge hand in that first one. Luis Felipe as well. We know what you're going to get from him anytime he steps on the field.
Turnover machine. Here's Martinez Douglas, and it's sent away by Sanchez. A one-handed save off to his right. Actually, brilliant performance there by young Richard Sanchez to keep that away and keep this a 2-0 game.
Really good step there from Luis, reading the play, stepping in, creating a counter. Great ball through, and honestly, it's a great strike from Douglas. Keeper does really, really well to get that left hand down there and make that save. But, you know, credit to Douglas. You got to test the keeper, and he made him make a big save.
Ball sent in, crashing Republic. Zico Lewis trying to do a little back heel. Was Lee Desmond. And out of play, but another great look from Sacramento. So flag went up for offside call, but love to see it, the aggressiveness. We're at a different level right now. Martinez plays it back. Luis Felipe, it's been a game changer.
Yeah, it's a pretty good luxury to bring the team MVP from the year before off the bench.
And just shows the depth of the roster. The guys who started here able to get the 2 goals. Zico got a little bit of room, ran out of options, however. Keko not done selling out. Felipe, how many of those have we seen throughout his career in Sacramento? Plays it off to the left side, trying to get an offside call. And they're able to earn it, but Luis Felipe getting stuck in, making those challenges. Started off offensively a little bit slower here in 2022, but US Open Cup got him more comfortable, I think, as the team started to gel and build around him. 2 US Open Cup goals against, one of those against San Jose Earthquakes, a team that cut him 2 years ago. LA looking for an opportunity here, and it's deflected out of play, and a corner kick coming.
See the frustration from Preston Judd. Scores a hat-trick midweek. Not going his way so far tonight, but he's young enough. He's got to persevere. He's got plenty more goals in his future. Was it 7 so far this year?
Well, he's probably making a case for Player of the Week after that hat-trick, but Sacramento's been able to stifle the 23-year-old so far.
Yeah, and you know, for a striker, it's frustrating. He hasn't even touched the ball a ton, and certainly hasn't gotten a lot of touches in the final third. So I think that's where a lot of the frustration comes out.
Zico Lewis took one to the hip from Preston Judd. They may milk this a little bit longer than LA fans are hoping. So we should note as well as Zico, hopefully this is not too serious after the ball that he served and the energy he's played with, a little bit of a hip check. Those sometimes can hurt worse, can't they?
Yeah, those hips don't lie.
Thank you, Shakira. Should note, however, Mario Panagos, a young player you've played with as well. Rafa, another academy player, and Hayden Sargis, who moved on to DC. He has been sent on loan to the MLS Next Pro Club FC Cincinnati 2 club. And I think for Mario, great opportunity just to get some minutes, I think, right here with such a deep midfield. Probably hard to get him to crack some time. So we'll hopefully see him, and best of luck. And hopefully he'll go there, come back, and be a star for Sacramento in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's very similar to what we talked about with Rafa. The only way you can really get to where you want to be is to get those minutes, get those reps, get the experience. And unfortunately, as you said, the midfield here is so crowded with so much talent that it was just really hard for him to find any minutes. And so, you know, hopefully he goes to Cincinnati and really excels and comes back with some confidence, and then, you know, put some pressure on Mark to get him on the field.
So Zico Lewis will be taken off the pitch and will be with 10 men for the moment for Republic. A corner kick here for Los Angeles. Atlas disposal, bringing your corner kicks tonight. Low driven ball. Connor heads it away. And the crowd in the north stands loving the effort from Sacramento. This club, look at this, Douglas Martinez. You can't catch him in the open field here. Keko waiting for it. Felipe coming to the attack as well. And help from behind, able to break it up for a moment. Sacramento holding possession. Zico back on the pitch. Ross looking to make a turn. And the ball is broken up. But man, it is good to see your three strikers healthy. You've been in a lot of situations, Cam, where it was you and maybe no one else was able to stay on the pitch and be healthy. When you have Douglas, Malik now back healthy, and Luther Archimed playing well, it's going to be a formidable squad here moving forward to the rest of the year. Ball lifted up, looking for Preston Judd. He's trying to find a header. Carlos Saldana, and it's bouncing around in the 6. Finally, Saldana able to gobble it up. But what's making this young man so dangerous are plays just like that.
Yeah, you see, he's just trying to get in front of Connor Donovan. It's great movement. He's between both center backs, Donovan and Casey. Just trying to sneak in there, get his head on top of it, but well done. Connor Donovan does enough.
Yeah, you can't fault the effort from him at all. It's really tough. He's kind of been on an island with two center backs around him all night, and it's just really tough to get anything done in those situations. But I mean, the guy's worked his butt off all night and hasn't paid off, but you know, definitely a lot of respect for it.
If you're drinking tonight, be sure to choose a sober way to go and get home safely. Brought to you by the California Office of Traffic Safety. Ball whipped in. Here's a chance opportunity coming for Los Dos. Bouncing around still. Carlos Saldana goes to ground. As Dehaney Williams trying to get his second goal on the season, as Los Dos just scrapping and fighting. This is the one thing you see about this team. A lot of teams will just quit, and LA just hasn't. Keko trying to find some space. Will try to get through a collision, an elbow thrown. Mark Briggs and the coaching staff are furious. Mark Allerton will have none of it, and Keko popping right back up. Big one Tuesday night in Carson. Sacramento looking to move on to the Final Four in the U.S. Open Cup, which started as 103, are now down to 8. Republic, the lowest USL championship team left. And Sosa playing that ball off of LA.
Tell you what, assuming the Republic can close this out for these last couple of minutes of stoppage time, I don't think Mark Briggs could have drawn this up any better than how it's turning out.
See some depth and a little bit of a chess match too. Is it, what are you going to try to do? What are you going to try to play? Is the first team maybe watching this and seeing, okay, how can we exploit this or that? Well, we do have 3 minutes of stoppage time. It's brought to you by Rayleigh's Something Extra Rewards Program. Earn points every time you shop. Sign up today. Sometimes you draw it up and it works out perfectly. Other times, you know, it doesn't. So tonight worked out exactly as the staff had hoped. Keko finding Dougie, chested down. Sosa, Faraday looking for a look. Faraday, he's had 3 cracks at it tonight. He's itching.
But yeah, it's the old Mike Tyson line. Everybody's got a line. Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And fortunately, the Republic were the ones throwing the punches tonight.
Yeah, it's been a really good second half from the Republic. Obviously, no shots on target in the first, but great response in the second. Controlled the game. Haven't seen too much of a threat from the Galaxy. And once again, it's another clean sheet, which I know those guys at the back will be delighted at. Something you take pride at, Cam. You're a goal scorer, but as a more defensive-minded player myself, those clean sheets are so valuable.
Especially against a team that can really put up some goals. They have 23 on the year.
And yeah, I mean, obviously I was an attacking-minded player, but it's a team accomplishment. Everybody in the locker room feels good when you get the 3 points and you know, put up a donut for the opposing team. You know, that's a great feeling in the locker room after the game for sure.
Dami, Villader. Douglas waiting for it, finding Martinez. Martinez in the 18. Martinez will take a big strike, just maybe 1 too many touches there. As LA able to recover, but Dami Villader, we talk about his goal scoring ability, but his vision is fantastic as well.
Yeah, that's good opportunity created from him right there, but that's it.
Another clean sheet, 7 in the last month and a half, and Sacramento continues to roll. They've allowed just 2 goals in 9 competitions. Tonight they get some big time goals. A ball served through by Zico Lewis, finding Luther Archimedes, who was taken down by Richard Sanchez, sets up a PK, and then young Rafa with his first professional goal, simply fantastic. And he is our Western Health Advantage man of the match.
And it had to be. I mean, first professional goal. I mean, what a feeling. It's scoring goals. I mean, it's always a great feeling, but the first one, I mean, there's nothing like it. I, you know, vividly remember my first goal. It's one of those things. And so just couldn't be happier for him, couldn't be more proud of him. And yeah, congratulations.
You see all the work that goes into it, and finally it breaks through. It was almost there in New York. It was almost the game winner, game sealing goal tonight. Congratulations to Rafa as he's getting embraced by the legend Rodrigo Lopez in this wonderful win for the Republic. They take down the Galaxy 2-0. Full post-game show coming up next.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
This is the look of a woman who fought cancer for years with no answers. A woman who bravely championed her own health and found a doctor who'd do the same. A woman whose ending was rewritten when she found remission. UC Davis Health. From the extraordinary to the routine, we're discovering healthy and changing real people's lives right here in the Sacramento region. UC Davis Health. Discovering healthy.
You guys are going to like the way we won 3 straight at home here in June. Another clean sheet for this defense. Been talking about the back.
Welcome back to Heart Health Park. Adam Moffat, Cameron Wassa, Rob McAllister with you in this Republic win, and they just continue to keep on rolling here. What a stretch here for Sacramento, really since the month of May clicked over. We have seen a team that is starting to find their stride. This match, first couple of moments, trying to figure things out, chemistry trying to work its way through. Well, I'll tell you what, things started to get going and went into the second half of play. Sacramento tried to turn things on first, though. Preston Judd with a really good look coming in, almost the game's first goal for Lostos. 61st minute, however, Sacramento, Zico Lewis finding Archimed, taken down.
Yeah, we've seen that already here this year. Archimed running the goalkeeper. He steps up confidently, sends them the wrong way. 1-0 Republic. At that point, you're feeling good for the 3 points.
Luther with his second goal of the USL Championship season, both on PKs. And then the 63rd minute. Good look here coming for Judd again, and just battled around left-footed strike. He's probably not going to miss many of those throughout the season. A little bit dejected. And then here we go, Republic. Defensively, brilliant. Rafa gets the turnover. His first professional goal. Love to see it on repeat time and time again. Number 34, number 1.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how it goes in, but it goes in. And you see the joy, the passion on his face, the excitement, and it's great. You love to see it.
Douglas Martinez almost with a good look late, and Sanchez sprawled out and made a fantastic save. Dougie felt like he probably had a good look at this one. Continued on. LA, though, we talked about they would not quit in this game, and they continued to get good opportunities. Here's another one coming late.
Yeah, well done. Preston Judd involved once more. Well done, Connor Donovan. Getting in the way, Saldana smothering it. Big win.
How about the second half, guys? Sacramento 2 shots, 0 on target, no goals in that first half. You look at it now, what a turnaround from the first 45 minutes.
Absolutely, and you know, it's a testament to coming out of the locker room firing. It's a testament to the guys that subbed on, making a difference. But you have to wonder how much the Wednesday game affected the Galaxy. The second half, they were a bit sloppy on the ball, led to some turnovers, led to a goal, the second goal, and you know, I'm sure that factored in, at least in some capacity.
Well, Sacramento will take it 3 full points and move to 25 on the season. That's tied for 3rd place. And this is a Republic team that's just absolutely on another one. You got to feel pretty good about going into Tuesday now against the first team, LA Galaxy, in the US Open Cup, 7:30 on June 21st.
Yeah, and that's something the Galaxy will be speaking about. The Republic are going to be coming in there full of confidence, and why not? And they'll know it's not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a great game on Tuesday, and then the remainder of those league games as well. There's a lot of points at stake.
I think we might find ourselves in Monterey. I know Cam would be interested. There's a couple great golf courses over there. I don't know if you've heard of
That's all he's into these days.
So we might find ourselves there on the 25th, and then at Colorado Springs, another massive match against one of the best teams in all of USL Championship. That is our upcoming schedule, brought to you by Western Health Advantage. And now our Power Business Technology image of the match. So many great scenes here throughout the night, but coming out, confidence, Luther Archimed, Duke Lacroix, Rafa right there. Little did he know, 2 hours ago, he'd get the first goal.
Yeah, I didn't know it, but great job. Maybe he keeps wearing these kits.
Yeah, now, I mean, sometimes you have a new kit, you don't feel comfortable about wearing it again. Well, I don't know, this team might be rolling with this alternate black. So, all right, well, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. It was a fantastic match. LA Sacramento, number 26 in the books. I want to thank our entire crew here in Sacramento, our producer, Abe Aponte. For Adam Moffitt, for Cameron Owasa, I'm Rob McAllister. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Have a great Father's Day to everybody out there. Look forward to seeing you down in Carson if you're attending the game, or against Monterey next Saturday night. Appreciate you. Enjoy it. It's been a pleasure here. Republic go on to win 2-0 against the LA Galaxy 2.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.